Where to begin? So I was supposed to go on a date with this guy. And by the way, I'm very selective of who I go on dates with. I don't go on a lot of them, but this guy seemed to come correct. He told me he loved my videos. He picked a 5-star restaurant, made a reservation, double confirmed the time. So I was like, you know what? Let's give him a chance. He's kind of coming correct. And that was my first mistake because I didn't take my own advice, which is always listen to your intuition. I had a feeling that this guy was not for me, but I was like, Nelly, you never know who you could meet. So I agreed. So I put on an outfit, put on my biggest hoops, my longest lashes, and my highest heels. And I was about to walk out the door, but then something inside of me said, you know what, let's give him a call, just to make sure we're still on for that time. So I call him, and this man is plastered at a pool party. It's not even sunny out, it's like raining. At 35 years old. And not only forgot about our date, but had no idea what time it was. So moral of the story, listen to your intuition, don't give people chances, and if someone cancels on you, never speak to them again. And this is why I make the content I do.
So this is a female dating coach who got flaked on by a Chad. So instead of going out with her, he chose to get plastered at some pool party where there were probably tons of hot babes in that pool. That's why he was like, why should I leave this pool and go out with this 35-year-old woman who is my own age? I'm 35, she's 35. And this is just more proof, guys, that 35-year-old men do not value 35-year-old women. Okay? 45-year-old men do not value 45-year-old women. 55-year-old men do not value 55-year-old women. Why? Because we know we can get younger. That's what it boils down to every single time. And the only guys I see who are 35 who are dating 35-year-old women, or 45 and dating 45-year-old women, and 55 dating 55-year-old women, are guys who don't value themselves, guys who don't know any better, guys who are still, for the most part, blue pill, right? They don't know any better, so they settle for what they can get. Basically what the mainstream tells them they're worthy of, right? Like all these like female talk shows and like, oh, you know, 35-year-old man should be dating a 35-year-old woman. But this is just proof in reality that, you know what? Most of these guys do not value women their own age, right? We want younger women. And for this woman who's a dating coach, she should have known better, right? And at least she admitted she should have known better, but dude, you're a dating coach. You should know better. That's like me dating a single mom. I mean, that's unforgivable. I don't date single moms. Right? You would be like, how come he doesn't know better? It's like, no, I do know better. I don't make those mistakes. That's why I don't have any kids out of wedlock. I'm not a single dad. I'm not divorced dad or any of this other crazy like shit show type crap that a lot of these other dating coaches who don't do pickup, don't do cold approach are on YouTube like yapping about, right? A lot of those dudes too, they're like, that 33 guy, oh, I can't stand him. And it's like, dude, at least I live and breathe what I teach. I teach dating advice, I teach cold approach, and you know what? I go out there and cold approach and date, right? I live what I teach. I'm not hiding behind a microphone. I live it. That's why I get so many guys following me. It's because they know I do what I teach, right? Same advice I give you, I'm doing it every day, right? Where a lot of these other dudes, like, they're giving advice, and these guys have either never done a cold approach in their entire lives, or they've been married since 1985, right? And it's like, you got to be kidding me with this. You got to be kidding me. So anyway, back to this woman's rant about her getting flaked on by Chad. Another thing I noticed, oh my goodness, I can't even believe she bragged about this. I mean, as a dating coach, she should know better. But she was like, I put on my biggest hoops. And I'm like, okay, we're done right there, right? What have I told you guys about girls who wear hoops, right? There's an old saying we used to have with my pickup crew. Whenever like one of our wingmen would like pick up a girl and she had like big hoops, we'd always be like, the bigger the hoops, the bigger the hoe. Always rang true. Right? So whenever I see a chick with big hoops, I'm like, this chick is easy, right? Whenever you see a girl out there with high heels and big hoops, she's either a hooker, a pole dancer, or she's just easy, right? That is usually the vibe that you give off. So I mean, as a dating coach myself, that practices what I preach, I would tell her to just get rid of the hoops. So you want to wear earrings, wear little like diamonds in your ears, or like fake ones if you can't afford that. Wear some little cubic zirconiums in like your ears. Just wear some studs. Don't wear these hoops. It gives off the wrong vibe. I mean, guys will have sex with you if they see that, but no guy is going to want to jump into a relationship with you. But then again, her age is holding her back too, because she's apparently in her mid-30s, I'm gathering, right? But she was trying to get a guy, 35, and dude didn't even want to leave the pool party, right? I mean, if you were in a pool, I mean, right now I'm like out in Vegas, and there are a couple pool parties going on, and I was just at one at the Luxor, which isn't, I don't even like the Luxor, but I was there and jumped in the pool. Tons of hot babes, bikinis. I can only imagine if I had a date with her versus staying in this pool with all these hot babes. I'd just rather stay in the pool with the hot babes. I'm not going to get out of the pool, like clean up and go pick her up and go to this apparent 5-star restaurant. Why is this guy taking her to a 5-star restaurant? You know, it almost makes me feel like he was kind of trolling her, right? Because apparently she met him online. She admitted herself, like he said he's a fan of her videos. And then she probably peeped his profile. She was like, oh God, this guy's hot. And that's probably what drew her in. I don't think it was his striking personality, because she said herself, like, oh, something about my intuition was telling me, no, this is too good to be true. And it was, right? The guy probably just threw it out there like, hey, I'll take you to a 5-star restaurant. Maybe he meant it at the time, right? Because a lot of these hot guy chads they have the mentality of a hot chick. Right? It's like they know they have options, and they just kind of throw shit out there, and they don't care if they flake or they show up. It's just kind of at their convenience. So it was inconvenient for him to get out of this pool with these hot chicks in, you know, like 2-piece bikinis, rather than go pick up a 35-year-old, you know, past your prime female, and take her to an expensive 5-star restaurant. Right? He just chose to stay in the pool. It's free. Doesn't have to go to dinner. And the funny thing too is, I bet if he contacted her and just went, oh, yo, my bad, I got caught up at this pool party, I will take you out right now, let's go, she would probably go. She would probably do it, right? Because these type of chicks cannot resist the hot guy, right? Type of chicks can't resist a hot guy. Just, yeah, she's got to get rid of the hoops. And another thing I notice is, I believe she's doing her lips. I mean, these are all huge red flags. The lip fillers, the big hoops in the ears, and the high heels, just massive turn off. Massive turn off. I don't like that at all. I like women classy, dress classy. That does not do anything for me these days. All right, let's go ahead and roll into the next clip. We're going to switch gears a bit, right? And this next clip is of another older woman, still single, still alone, and I'll tell you why in about a minute. So let's roll the clip.
So if one man can make you happy, why not have 3 so you can be happy, happy, happy?
If you guys don't think hypergamy exists, there you go. Right? There you go. I mean, this chick, even being an older woman, still attractive. She knows she still gets attention from men. Can't get those high value men that she could have like 15 years ago, but she still gets enough attention from men to think that, hey, I can have who I want, the more the better, right? And that's the thing you guys need to understand about how these modern women see us, right? We are basically expendable. Okay, we're expendable. And this goes back to like a very popular coaching video I did. It's probably the most popular I have on my channel, where I said women don't care about you, right? And I did an interview with Alex from Playing with Fire, and I said that, you know, and I think he wanted to peer in more about why I said that, why I did that coaching video. Women don't care, and he inevitably agreed with me, but I just basically mimicked what I said in that video. I said women don't care about us, right? We're expendable. They care about how we can make them feel, what we can do for them, right? The lifestyle we could provide them, but they don't actually care about us. Okay, that's a harsh red pill truth a lot of guys don't want to hear. But when you see TikTok videos like this, I mean, that just confirms it. I mean, obviously, if you're a simp, you're going to be like, oh, that's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. But when you're more like based in reality, when you've gone red pill, so to speak, you're looking at that as like, okay, I see that for what it is, where I'm just, you know, basically men are expendable to her. And that's the reason why she herself, in her 30s, probably late 30s, right? Maybe early 40s, is still single. Still single. That's why. Because men are expendable to her, right? And I always have to dissimulate between modern women versus just normal women, like good women. And, you know, there are good women out there, right? I don't want to discourage you and make, you know, paint all women with a broad brush and be like every single woman out there is a modern woman. No, there are some good women out there. I mean, like I said, I'm a professional pickup artist. I do cold approach 4 to 5 times per week, and I do meet a good number of good women. I'm not going to say a whole lot, but I do meet a good number of them just because I go out so much. And they don't buy into all of this like postmodernism or like, you know, this type of like narrative that feminists are trying to push on women. They're not what I would call modern women. They're good women. They want a good man. They don't want to date chads. They don't want to ride a carousel. They don't want to like spread their legs for just hot guys and all this other stuff. They just, you know, they want to be in a relationship with a good guy, you know. So there are those type of women out there, but obviously from a red pill's perspective, right, they're still female, as I teach you guys, as I teach my own students when we do game out there. I'm like, okay, seems like a cool girl, right? If one of my students meets a cool girl like I do from time to time, I'm like, hey, seems like a cool girl, but understand she's female, right? She has certain traits that are pretty much unanimous across the board. Just because she's not like on the level of these modern females, like where they're crazy hypergamous and riding the carousel and jumping on chads every day, you know, this chick isn't doing that. But understand, she's still female. She still has female wiring. And if you fail to act like a man, if you fail to stand your ground, if you compromise with her too much, if you give in to her too much, if you praise her too much, I mean, she's going to start to lose respect for you, right? So you can't do those things. So I always have to dissimulate between the two, because there are vast differences, and those type of good women that I just described are becoming harder and harder to find, right? They're becoming harder and harder to find, but they are out there. They are out there, right? They tend to be more traditional, more conservative, but they're out there. And a lot of times, too, overwhelmingly, they're raised in a two-parent household. Surprise, surprise. You know, which is also becoming sadly rare these days. But those are the type of women that I go for. Even the girl that I'm dating now was raised in a two-parent household. Good girl, beautiful. You could see her on my IG, right? Take her on vacations with me. She's good with my dogs. But at the same time, she's female, and I know that, right? She's female, and I know the second I stop acting like Matt Cross, the second I stop acting like the 33 Secrets guy, the second I start letting up and I start making her my path and purpose rather than my business my path and purpose, or, you know, start making her my God rather than God my God, you know, then obviously, you know, she's going to go away, right? Because she's female. She's female. But for the most part, she's a good girl. You know, she's not a Chad rider or anything like that. I mean, went to a good school, and yeah, good person. But again, she's female, right? And she's probably going to watch this coaching video, and I back everything I say, right? I stand by everything I say, but it's true. All right, let's roll into one more clip, guys. The third clip, and this is of a woman who is just tired of these situationships. Let's watch this now. Roll the clip.
Dudes be like, sorry, I'm just not ready for a relationship, and then do everything that you do in a relationship with you, besides call it a relationship. Homie, what the fuck?
Okay, so we have another typical modern woman here who is tired of these perpetual situationships with these chads that she is voluntarily choosing to be with. You know, and it's driving me nuts at this point, just listening to so many of these girls complain about being in these situationships with guys who just use them for sex, use them for free dinners, use them for rides, take advantage of them, like take advantage of the fact that they're willing to be with them and act like they're in a relationship, take advantage of the fact they could use them for company, let Netflix and chill and all this, but they don't want to be boyfriend, girlfriend. Who is choosing these guys? They are, right? And you always look at these chicks too. I always like to just kind of stop for a second and look at the girl's makeup. I look at the girl's choice in accessories, her jewelry. I look if she's done any type of Botox or plastic surgery, got fake tits, whatever. And this chick, immediately, first thing that stood out was the inflated duck lips. Okay? Those inflated, like duck lips that so many of these girls are getting, you know, because they get the lip injection. It's just, I mean, I don't know why these girls are doing this. I remember like 15 years ago, a lot of these girls wanted to like the lips like Angelina Jolie. I don't know if you guys remember this. A lot of girls used to make a big thing about Angelina Jolie. I want to look like Angelina Jolie. She's so hot, every man wants her. And it's like, really? I never personally found her attractive. I like her dad as an actor. I've always admired Jon Voight. That's her dad. But I never found Angelina Jolie really attractive. I think she's cute, but I don't, you know, she's not my dream girl. I mean, none of my girlfriends look like her either, because I don't go for that type. But a lot of girls got into this, like, the big lips, you know, and all this, and to the point where a lot of these girls do it in their photos, like, you know, and it just looks ridiculous. You just look stupid. I hate to say that, but you look stupid. Like, let's call a spade, right? You look dumb because you have these, like, totally inflated lips that are a lot bigger than in proportion to your actual head and face, right? So it just looks like you're insecure, right? Like you hate yourself and you had to go inject your lips. And this is why personally I will never do like Botox or fillers or anything. I mean, I have followers who are like surgeons. I mean, in LA, like plastic surgeons. They're like, I could fix this, I could fix that. Dude, you won't even be able to tell the difference. I could fix this, I could do that for you. And I'm always like, nah, that's cool, dude. I went to one guy's office because he was a big follower of mine, bought all my products. Went to his office, laid in this chair. I felt like I was on Face Off. Remember that movie Face Off with Nicolas Cage? I like laid back in this chair and he has this like bright light and he's pointing out all these like consistencies. And I was just like, I'm happy with myself. I don't hate myself. I love what God, you know, I love what God gave me. And you know what? It's, you know, I'm not a 10 by any means. I'm not a male model, but I'm happy with who I am, right? And I'm just, you know, any inconsistencies I have, like, you know, I've always been good with talking away with game, right? I mean, whenever I had like a better looking wingman, I could talk that guy away with game, right? So it's like everything could be made up with game. This is why I encourage you guys to develop that $1 million mouthpiece that I teach you about in 7 months of mastery. So that's why you got to be in my 7 months of mastery. Click that link below if you want to join. But yeah, quick plug. But yeah, I did have a follower of mine. It just like totally twisted my arm to come in there. It kept begging me, like, come to my office, come to my office. And finally one day I was at a Subway that was right by his office and I was like, all right, dude. And he was like, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. Oh, it's so easy, just a cut here, a tear there, a fill there. And you know, and he looked pretty good for his, I mean, he was my age and he looked like 20 years younger. But I mean, to each his own. I'm like, I'm happy with who I am. I don't hate myself, right? I don't hate what God gave me. I'm happy with who I am. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But do I love who I am? Yeah. Narcissist. All right, so drop your comments below, guys, as always. Let me know what you think of tonight's TikTok rants that these women had to say. Share your comments below. Share your experiences below as well. I try to read as many of your comments as I possibly can. So I always love seeing you guys in my comments. So drop them below. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Also, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. It tells YouTube that you are loving my videos, you're digging it. You want me to come out here to Vegas even more and shoot more coaching videos for you that can help you, educate you, and take you to the next level in life. Take you into a whole new dimension that the mainstream parents-teacher society never ever taught you about, never even told you about, because they themselves weren't aware of it, right? So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students are out there cold approaching and closing every single week. I kid you not, every single week, no matter what chaos is going on in the world, no matter what nonsense is going on out there, we are still making things happen. That is the absolute best way to support my work, by jumping into 7 Months of Mastery. And right now, the first month is only $1. For the entire first month of coaching lessons, it's only $1. And all you need to do to get signed up is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.